Good evening, everybody. Today with us we have the famous politician from Nepal, the daughter of the previous Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, Sujata Koirala. She's with us today to brief the situation that is happening in the country, Nepal. As I heard, Nepal has been successful in navigating this process. A couple of days before, when I talked to her, she was saying they didn't have a lot of casualties, but Nepal is going through a lot of political turmoil. Here, let me take this opportunity to welcome Sujata Koirala. Sujata Koirala, welcome to this panel discussion. We have other dignitaries. NRM President, Mr. Sunil Shah. Sunil, how are you?
Doing good. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We have Prem Sahi CPA. He is a BOD of Nepali Chamber of Commerce in Texas. And we have with us Hari Nampuri. He's a social activist and he's representing many organizations. It's Anish Jasam. He's an American chartered accountant. He's also part of our company. He's one of our directors. How is the weather in Nepal?
Very good, very good. It is about, yesterday it was very cold. We are using our pullovers, very pleasant weather. You know, the outbreak of COVID-19 has dealt a severe blow to the global economy, as well as in Nepal, being a very poor country. So
Right.
what is our NRN president or you, our friends from India, which is also plays a very important role in Nepal, think about this? How will be the situation later? Let's talk about business. You are all business people.
Right.
How to build our countries after the coronavirus.
Your picture looks so beautiful. You know, I remember we met almost like a couple of decades before, but there's no big difference.
No, I'm getting older and older.
No. I spoke to Darshan yesterday. You know, he was so busy, otherwise he would have joined, you know, in our meetings. I had the pleasure working with you, and we were part of a couple of projects back, you know, working between Kathmandu and Delhi, and you stayed many times in Delhi, and we had many deliberations. And I was so proud of being part of you, you know, in establishing many ventures between India and Nepal. So here is the time, you know, let's understand about understand about you as a personality. You were born and brought up in a very privileged family. You got all the political advantages and rose to power. And besides being that, you were the daughter of, you know, the great person, you know, still everybody remembers. And what is the political situation in Nepal?
As I told you, the political situation is the two controversial ordinances issued by the government this week at the roots of democracy, which we believe in. And that we are working to build the democracy. You know, it's a very young democracy in Nepal. At this time, he strike the root. And Prime Minister Oli is forgetting his electoral promises of providing stability, growth, and prosperity in the country. So this is not acceptable to the Nepali Congress. And that is the main situation in shortcut. At this time, you know, at such a crisis time for the entire humanity, it is painful to note that some governments, including the one in Nepal, are using the pandemic as a cover of concentrate more powers in one place and in one hand to undermine the dissenting voices. This is the situation in shortcut.
No, I know that when we were talking a couple of days before, you were telling me that in Nepal we didn't have a lot of casualties, right? Many people. How is it going on? What are the measures adopted by the government? I know that the government, from the side of the government, you don't see a lot of things going on, but in general, what is it taking to any toll?
In general, so far, we don't have any information of any death. It is compared to other countries, it looks it is very good, but the whole country is locked down, and slowly we are facing food scarcity and other problems. And about, let's say, 40, over 40 people are infected, but no death so far.
Not that so far, right? That's really appreciative. Like a country like Nepal, they were able
We
to,
hopefully it will stay like this.
right. But compared to other places, in the United States, there are a lot of 800,000 people pretty much got affected because of this COVID. Right? This really disheartening experience. So what do you think?
Yes, I know.
What do you think? So these current measures adopted by the government of Nepal is enough for, what do you call helping this lockdown, or what do you think about it?
No, it is not helping for the lockdown, because people are coming out on the street and people are demonstrating and people are raising their voice. So it is affecting the lockdown. And when people are in such a hard time, and Nepal is one of the least developed country, and people are suffering. At that time, no business, no no food, because the Indian border, most of our food is coming from India. It is all locked down. The borders are all sealed. So
And
we are going to face a very big problem very soon.
some of our clients, they went to Nepal and they got stranded there. They're not able to, get out of Nepal now. So did the politician or did the administration take any step to help with these people who are stranded there, and how they can reach their destinations or bring people, Nepali people, to Nepal?
I think government of Nepal and Indian government has understanding that people will stay in each other's countries, not come. They will stay in each other's country. But the Nepali people who are stranded there and want to come back home to their families, and who have lost their jobs now because of the pandemic, so they want to come back from India to Nepal to see their family, to stay with their family. They should be allowed. They should be allowed with very government should take put them in quarantine, or those who are affected, they should go to the hospitals, like that. This is what government should do. We are advising this.
Right.
We are telling the government to not to let them stranded, because they have no food, they are suffering, they have nowhere to go. So such people should be allowed, but you have to take precautions, very strict precautions.
Right. So Sunilji,
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
सुनील जी आपको जो सवाल पूछ रहे हैं आप पूछे ना, मैंने उनसे बात, आप लोग है ना, प्रेम है, सुनील जी है, आप लोग you start opening your discussions,
No. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to, I mean, as you said, Sujata Koirala was our Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, and also the Minister for the Foreign Affairs. And she belongs to the family which has contributed a lot for the country. Like we respect as a godfather of the the Nepal in politics. And I had an opportunity to work with even Sujata Koirala Didi dad when I was working for the Free State Union like 27 years back. So I know I'm inspired from him, and I just said, like, I am the big fan because he's he's all about, like, with the party Nepali Congress belongs, which is our very much like the party which gave the direction to the country Nepal in terms of like, fighting for the democracy or, giving establishing the constitution in the country. So, the contribution individual, her and, her family, we always respect, will be always remembered in our Nepali community life. Not only the Nepali community. In terms of the coronavirus, COVID-19, as an NRN, we are working with the Nepal government, and trying to do our level best, because we have to also keep in mind, the USA is the new epicenter. So we have to take care of our NRN or Nepalese people who lives in this country. And then also we have to look after, our country where, right now the good news is Nepal is not, much impacted, which is good news. I hope and pray it will
right.
continue the same way, so people will not be demised. But we need to be ready for any situation. As an NRNA, I'm doing in my capacity whatever is good for here Nepalese people who lives in the United States and also who lives in the Nepal into our capacity, because NRN has been a very good partner for the Nepal to do any situations like could we have happened the earthquake in 2015 or any situations. NRN has been a big partner for the Nepal government to do and support in their capacity. So yeah, that will continue in my leadership also.
Madam Sujata, do you have anything in particular that
I'm deeply saddened to read that some of our brothers and sisters abroad and members of the NRN community died of coronavirus in recent weeks in different countries. I would like to remember them and their contributions to the community and motherland, Nepal, and also with those who are infected with the virus to get better and back to normal life soon.
Hari, you have some questions? Yes, Hari.
Madam,
Yes.
it is our pleasure to welcome you to Zenith Life Concepts. We appreciate for taking the valuable time to spend some share some thoughts and the relationship with the other countries. I've been and your contributions as a foreign, as a deputy prime minister of the country, and were commendable. And you have been contributing, and you are trying to make a political change and to put forth your wish to the country. And in that endeavor, what you are planning, what is your vision for the future for Nepal, and how that going to be implemented?
Nepal survives on remittance. The money coming from outside, from the workers who go outside, they send money to their families and all. So remittances is going to decline, and industry and services face supply disruptions. Prices of essential consumer goods will significantly increase and compound the difficulties of the most vulnerable and marginalized sections of the society. And we always survive on, as I told you also before, on tourism. And this has also declined, and our hotels are empty. So we have to really think about it.
Ma'am, so it's our pleasure to have you here on this panel. And what approach of the government should have been to make it better till now and in future also, because aftermath effect also will be huge. So what do you think? What should have been the approach of the government?
So all our efforts should be focused on to protect ourselves, protect our family, protect society and the nation from this pandemic. And we have to work together, because it is not because this problem is not only in Nepal or in India, it is all over the world, in USA as well. This is a big developed country, world power, and facing such a big problem and crisis, which is very saddening. So many people are dying to hear that. We are really very sad about that. So this problem, we have to have solidarity with each other. We have to help each other.
Madam, I would like to mention this statement you made. You called for global solidarity on tackling this crisis. So as a former foreign minister, and Nepal has a lot of migrant workers outside, especially in Middle East. So what are the steps you are involved in with regard to the migrant workers?
Yeah, for migrant workers, we want to be, we are giving advice. We are not in the government. We are opposition now, but we want to give government. We are giving government advices that these migrant workers should be looked after by our embassies. Embassies are very not functional, so they have to be active. The embassies have to be active, and they have to take care of all the migrant workers as well. In what condition they are, how they are staying there, whether they are, if somebody wants to come back, how we should also bring them back. We should totally concentrate on that, and especially for students. Students are suffering, and so the government should also, through the embassy, and also NRN can be a very good help in that respect. Find out all the students and those who are suffering and all, how we can support them. Support them. The government has to give a lot of financial support to the embassy so they can work on that.